I know I promised y'all a video a long time ago, but things happen. I got busy at work, and my Mac is just slow as shit, so it's hard for me to edit stuff on. I don't have my iMac here. I just have my regular MacBook. But sorry for being so late. Updates on life. Yeah, I'm out here, as you can see, obviously. Kuwait, contracting, first contract. Pretty easy money. It's ridiculous how much we make for what we do. Security forces is almost like a direct same thing, damn near. Maybe like a little bit of tweaking, but for the most part it's the same thing, if not less than what you did. So a lot of my security forces people, you're getting out, you're looking to get in the contracting world, shoot me a message, let me know. I can hook you up. Or I can't hook you up, but I can guide you in the right direction. It took me a minute because when I first got out, I didn't, I was like, how do I become a contractor? Because I was deployed, all I saw was them come in. Oh yeah, I make 6 figures, da da da. And they just like they were living the life. So I was like, how do I do that? Nobody really ever told me. They were just like, oh yeah, you just gotta look around. So I looked around. Finally, it took me a while to, I guess, research and find out where to go, where to look, and all that. I finally found it. Finally got the hang of it. And now that I have this contract going, it's a lot easier because this one's opening up a lot of doors for other contracts. So it'd be easier for me to switch to another one. Well, now, matter of fact, actually, three of the bigger companies are all merging into, or not merging into one, but they're all falling under one big umbrella. It's hard to explain. I gotta wait for them to explain it to us in detail so I can fully explain it. But you can probably just look it up. And then here goes the answer to the biggest question I've been getting from a lot of y'all. Was, oh my God, why did you get out the Air Force? Ah! Yeah, like, why did I get out? What happened? All that, this and that. It's like, oh my God, did you hate security forces that much? You got out, this and that. Like, I see a whole bunch of random shit floating through. But no, none of that's the reason. I don't hate security forces. Security forces was not the reason why I got out. The reason why I got out was the DOS rollback, which was part of their force reduction programs. And the Air Force is currently battling back and forth because they don't know what the fuck they want to do. So it's out there. It is an option for people that want to get out early. Security forces, I think they offered some people chances to do it. I saw a couple of people got out voluntarily. I don't think many more had that much luck at getting out voluntarily. They are kicking a lot of people out involuntarily. I had happened to be one of those involuntaries back in 13. Back in 2013, because of something that happened in 2012, which was probably my only blemish ever on my record, which is really, I didn't understand that at all, because, okay, I'll put it this way, okay. I was a good troop, didn't get in trouble. I was like a month away from putting on BTZ. Like, that's how spotless clean my record was. Like, I was that guy. Not that guy in a bad way, but I was that model troop. Everything lined up, boom, 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 100 on QC, this, that, BTZ, ba 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 ba. And then it just took one time. Now, this is my story on how I ended up getting out. Which, it was just a stupid overall reason, in my opinion, considering the amount of dirt bags we had. Anyways, but, okay, here's what happened. Alright. I was there, boom. Model troop, right? 100 on his QC for response force leader, not member, fucking leader. That's what the fucking staffs and everybody take for their patrol shit. Like, so I was good on my shit. Up for BTZ. I had BTZ 1. That's how cool I was. I had that shit 1. I was, I had those 890 something fucking volunteer hours, which I still have the paperwork to prove that. I don't know why people still question, how did you do it? It's not hard. It's just not having a life. Because when you were deployed, you go to work, you get off, you don't do shit. A lot of people sit in their room and sleep. I went and volunteered. Because I was like, I like to do volunteer shit. And then basically in my off time, I was out volunteering. Because most of the volunteering was just sitting there. That's not important. The point is, okay, I had 890 hours volunteer work, da 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 da. And at the same time, I was getting in shape for Raven. Because I was going to go Raven the month that I had got back. got back to Dover. So, you know, boom. One day, you know, boom, got after work, because I work nights. Got off work, boom, ran, hit the gym, boom, boom, ran, you know, took about an hour and a half. And, you know, after you work out sometimes, I don't know what it was that day, but after I worked out, I was wide awake. So I didn't go to sleep till probably, I want to say, 4 hours before it was time to go to work. Went to sleep, woke up, bam, all right. So then there they go. They stick me on the flight line, right? Me and a staff sergeant on the flight line. You know, we're sitting there in the car. We go to work, everything's normal, right? Yeah, it's around 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock creeps around. You know, they're running an exercise. You know, it's just me and him sitting in the car. It's, you know, kind of like that muggy heat where, like, it's warm, but it's kind of like the perfect temperature. You know, no radio on for whatever. I don't know. I wasn't driving. The staff sergeant was driving. No radio on. Just our patrol radio. They're going to exercise. Dead quiet. You know, I'm sitting there. I'm fighting it. I'm fucking hungry chicken. I'm head bobbing. I'm like, shit. Bam. And, you know, next thing you know, bam. And I was like, fuck. Bam. Blacked out. Knock on the window. Guess who it was? LT and flight chief. Somehow come on the window. I look over, and this motherfucker, staff sergeant, he's knocked the fuck out. I don't know what his issue was. He's just, you know, but he was knocked out. So basically, we both took that fall. You know, it was a result of me doing too much. It wasn't like I was just like in the car, just like laid the fuck out. You know, I was like, it was just a result of being that tired from the amount of hours of volunteering and prepping my BTZ shit and trying to get ready for Raven. It was just too much shit at once. That led up to that. That led up to me falling asleep. It was led up to me getting that one blemish on my perfect fucking record, which in turn came around when the rollback time came around. They were just like, rollback. Let's see, Johnson. Fuck you. let's roll you back. Or roll you out, or whatever. And the thing I didn't get about that situation was, I'm sitting there. I have like 10 character letters from master sergeants down to staff sergeants of the kind of airman I am, you know, because they know, you know, I'm not a dirtbag. Of basically saying, hey, you know, commander, you're kind of you're picking the wrong guy, you know, because this guy squared away and shit like that. He had one little mistake. Okay, who doesn't have a fucking mistake on their record? They had me like that, right? No other blemishes. But then there'd be people who had fucking DUIs, who were fucking crashing the cars, people doing like all kinds of the wrong shit, and they just like flew under the radar. I don't know how today, this day, that happened. That's something that you'll notice people are talking about security forces wise, that they don't like. Like, all the good guys will get fucked over, while like the bad dirtbags, who are like the true dirtbags who just don't give a shit and want to get out and just don't give not a damn, manage to somehow float by, and then they become those staff sergeants, and they become the master sergeants, who become your senior leadership, who come down and repeat the same fucking process over and over and over. So you'll hear that a lot. That's basically how I ended up getting out. It was a fucked way in a way because it didn't make much sense, but in the end, it got me over here to the contracting world, where now I'm making 4 or 5 times as much as I was making in the Air Force, doing the same thing. Do I get to wear the uniform? No, you know, which kind of just like, dang, you know, I had pride in wearing the uniform. I can still go reserve if I wanted to, but I'm just like, well, I'm over here making 4 to 5 times as much doing the same thing. I'm still armed up. You know, if I keep going and get to the PSD point where I'm going out taking the Blackwater route, I'd be doing more shit than I was doing in security forces. Well, they're not Blackwater anymore, but whatever. I mean, the bright side is it opened this opportunity for me, which turned out to be an even better opportunity because I'm making so much more money for doing the same thing I did. So I can't complain. I cannot complain about that at all. So thank you, Air Force, for setting me up for success. That was sarcastic. I have no hard feelings. Note, I have no hard feelings against the Air Force or security forces. It's just certain members in my leadership who I won't speak on. But they had whatever they felt some type of way that I was just the shittiest airman in the world. But hey, what do I know? What do I know?
Order, order! Ice Cube, take the motherfucking stand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help your black ass?
You goddamn right.
Won't you tell everybody what the fuck you gotta say?